Hi everybody, my name's Doug Wilson. This is Yellow Hawk Customs Outdoors. Hawk's Nest vlog for, I don't know, what's 13 May 2018. I finally got my hands on a Phobos Legion. Phobos stands for for operators by operators, right? It's designed by a guy named Eric Hansen, who is an SF guy. He's an 18 Delta on a Special Forces A team for quite a few years. And he's also, I think he owns Peregrine Securities. It's a security consulting service, right? A lot of guys, when they get out of special ops, they do that kind of thing, right? So he's into, security consulting. I've talked to him on the phone a few times. He's a great guy, real humble. I like him. He's a pretty cool dude. And he's the one that designed this knife. And it's a collaboration with Bark River, between Phobos and Bark River. That's Mike Stewart. And they're going to be putting out a series of Phobos knives over the next, I don't know, few years, I guess. This is the first one. It's called the Legion. When I picked this knife up, here's the sheath. Okay, here's the sheath. I don't mind showing the sheath, leather sheath. This is one of the better leather sheaths on the market that actually comes with a knife. Okay, so this is top tier. This is good stuff, right? High quality, top shelf, right? CPM 154 steel. It just screams high quality. So it's going to need a leather sheath that screams high quality. That's why I want to build a KYDEX sheath system for it. High quality, right? But it's a nice sheath. I'm not a fan of snaps. Okay, snaps come undone, but these are what I call hidden snaps, right? It's very, very difficult for these snaps to snag on anything except for the actual retaining strap. You can see back here the belt loop snaps, right? They're hidden by the horizontal belt loop straps, right? So it's virtually impossible to pop them over. Plus, it's on your belt, right? Now, this is why I don't like leather sheaths, right? Oops, right? Oops. And then the knife is... Okay, now, this knife screams military application, okay? It pops off inadvertently, oops, right? And that thing's shaking up and down, the soldiers running across the field or whatever, evading enemy fire, whatever, right? And he loses his knife, right? That makes me sick, right? It makes me sick. I have seen so many Special Forces soldiers lose knives in the field because of snaps, okay? Now, I'm not bashing anybody, right? I'm just telling you the inherent dangers of snaps. Give you a good look at it. Like I said, screams military application. Ready? Combat, utility, fighter, right? And the last thing it's usually used for is fighting, okay? In the military, especially special ops, that's a last resort fight, right? Last resort, right? So it doesn't usually happen, although it does. All right? Aggressive jimping on the spine, it also screams crazy purchase, right? He's got jimping everywhere on this knife, right? He's got it on the handle, right? G10 scales, very comfortable. They don't look comfortable, but they are, right? This is an ergonomic handle. I like it, right? And he's got, jimping. I mean, he even has jimping in the finger choil here, the finger guard, right? For just some extra purchase, right? He's got jimping at the back of the spine for the heel of your palm, right? If you're chopping or whatever. And this is a comfortable chopper too. I tell you, he did a great job in designing this knife. I couldn't have done better. I think he did a great job. You know, he's got these this tread here on the scales in case your hands are wet or bloody. Great purchase. Okay. Now let's move up the knife a little bit. Okay. This choke-up choil right here. Okay, and that's what that is. Okay, it's a choke-up choil. It's not completely pronounced a round choke-up choil like you would see on one of my designs. I don't even have one here. Yeah, I got one here. Getting old, guys. Oh, jeez. All right, let's go with this puppy. All right, this is my Delta Whiskey Backcountry design. That forward choke-up choil turns this knife into a high-controlled, crazy torque and leverage 5-inch knife, 4-inch knife, right? This is about a 6-inch blade, about 5 3/4, 6 inches, but the choke-up choil turns it into a 3-inch blade, 3.5-inch blade, okay? High torque, it's just, you know, high leverage, good leverage, and I am a big fan of choke-up choils, right? So that's what he has here, only they went a little less steel removal, right? Now he probably did it this way because sometimes when you make a forward choil and it goes up too far into the steel, then for lateral strength it becomes weak, okay? And generally if you're going to break that blade, it's going to be right there, okay? But this is CPM 154. It's a huge chunk of it, right? 1/4 inch. If it's not a 1/4 inch, it's damn near, all right? So got the choke-up choil. It is comfortable, right? It is comfortable. The sides are beveled, right? Now here's another thing he did with this blade that I'm really impressed with. I haven't seen this in a while. I've seen it on a few blades. He's taken the sharpening choil and he's extended it forward a little bit to keep that blade away from your fingers, okay? Now that is super smart, right? I'm always saying, man, your finger's too close to the blade, you know, blah, blah. One slip and you're done, right? Smart guy, right? All right, so he's got this swedge clip point, right? Real strong tip, bevel, convex bevel, you know, a convex grind into a 0-degree bevel. It looks like 0 degree, yeah. Which is a very strong edge as well, right? You got a lot of meat behind the edge of a convex grind, all right? That's how we made the Viper, right? This is our newest design. It's called the Viper. And this is a convex grind, 0-degree bevel, strong edge, okay? Carbon fiber scales, the whole kit and caboodle, right? So I think he did a great job on this knife. Now I just got it today. I haven't used it yet, but I will, right? I'm going to use this knife. But you guys know I hate going out in the summertime, right? I did a lot of sweating in the military. I ain't sweating no more, right? I think he did a great job, man. I think he did a great job. You got that pommel on the back there for smashing nuts, crushing herbs, bashing heads, whatever, you know. I think he did a great job. Great job. So, four operators by operators. Eric Hansen, collaboration with Bark River, Mike Stewart. And I think they pulled it off. This is a hell of a military knife, right? And for you guys who aren't really, have never been in the military, right? Especially in the Army and especially in Special Ops. we use knives in the military much different than civilians, campers or bushcrafters or whatever, right? This knife is designed to do everything, including digging, right? You can dig with this knife, including prying, okay? Now, I never advocate prying with a knife. Soldiers do it, right? I've done it. Guys on my team have done it. Sawtooth Mountains in Idaho, right? Digging a hide site. We all had our knives out because only one guy had an entrenching tool, right? And we had to get that hide site built before dark, right? So, anyway, military, in the Army, guys are prone to heavy use, extremely heavy, right? Stuff that you really shouldn't do with a knife. This one is your best bet. This type of knife is your best bet. 1/4 inch, 154, right? CPM 154. It's a stainless steel, so it's not going to rust. It's thick enough that it's going to take that lateral stress of prying, whatever. When you're popping doors or whatever, you might have to pry that door open, right? This might, you might want to use your knife to do it. This knife will be able to handle it, right? I doubt very much if you have the strength, anyone has the strength to actually snap this blade. Although, I'm sure there's some Rambo types out there who are big and burly who could probably do it, right? But this is one of those knives you see in knife advertisements where they nail it into the tree, right? And then they stand on it, or they nail a bunch of them and use them as stairs to get up into the tree or whatever. This is the kind of knife you're talking about. Super tough, super heavy duty, lots of jimping, a hell of a combat utility fighter. This is quintessential. He did a great job. Good job, Eric. All right. So what I would like to see is guys who own this blade, contact me. We'll build you a sheath system for it. Okay? If you're looking for an aftermarket military or whatever, some guys might use this for bushcraft, right? Or camping or whatever. There's a lot of non-military guys out there, or guys who are retired now, veterans, who buy knives like these to use them in the bush, right? In a civilian capacity. So, badass knife. I love it. I think he did a great job on it. See ya!